When I was younger, I didn't think about whether I wanted to start my own business. I just knew I wanted to be able to afford the things I needed. And I'm sure you feel the same. But later, when I started working under a boss and dealing with constant pressure, I realized that kind of life wasn't for me. Waking up early, rushing to work, spending all day under stress, then coming home late only to wait for the weekend to feel alive again. It felt like Groundhog Day, a repetitive cycle with no freedom and no real financial satisfaction. So I made a decision. I quit. That was many years ago, and I've never regretted it. Hi, I'm Victoria. I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years, and I've learned what it really takes to build something from the ground up. In this video, I'll help you figure out whether you are truly ready to take the leap and what it means to live the life of an entrepreneur. My 10 principles are based on my personal experience. Make sure to watch this video till the end. It will give you a clear idea of what lies ahead if you decide to start your own business. There's a quote I love from Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. He said, "The cowards never started, and the weak died along the way." That leaves us, ladies and gentlemen, us. So, are you really ready to begin? Then here's the first thing you need to accept. Your life will completely change. For the next few years, maybe even longer, until your business can stand on its own. You'll spend most of your time doing what needs to be done, not what you want to do. Weekends, holidays, they won't feel the same anymore. Whether you are selling a product or a service, you'll need to stay involved, stay alert, and constantly ensure everything is running smoothly and that your customers are satisfied. Change is inevitable. If you are looking for a calm, predictable life, then entrepreneurship might not be for you. Second, you'll need a real discipline. Entrepreneurs are always busy. Our days are often scheduled down to the hour. Even on weekends, we can plan everything to make the most of every minute, from spending time with family, to working out, meeting with partners, and even squeezing in time for a good book. To maintain discipline, you need to be in good shape and have strong health. No one will give you sick leave or a holiday just because you are tired, especially in the beginning, when you are on your own and have to handle many roles by yourself. That's why staying in combat mode all the time can take a toll on your health and even deteriorate it. Third, you might have to say goodbye to some of your old friends. Entrepreneurship changes you. You become more focused, more private. You spend a lot of time on personal growth, learning how to be disciplined, resilient, and smart with money. You also learn how to say no. And not everyone will like that. Some of your old friends might not understand this new version of you. And that's okay. You are choosing a different path, and sometimes that means outgrowing certain relationships. Fourth, you need to learn how to take smart risks. People often ask me, what's the right amount of risk when making big decisions? Is it 50-50 or 20-80 or something else? The truth is, there is no perfect formula. Everyone sets their own threshold. It's up to you to decide how much risk you are comfortable with. Personally, I prefer minimal risk, because the higher the risk, the higher the stress if things go sideways. That's why I always gather as much information as possible before making a decision. Study the risks, analyze the data, and prepare. There will always be about 20% of the unknown, things you simply can't predict. That's part of the game. But remember, business, it's not a casino. It's not about gambling. It's about strategy, structure, and building value for the long run. Before I continue, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to keep making videos and sharing my real experiences and advice with you. Fifth, sometimes you'll get hit hard. Even if you are careful, even if you do everything right, sometimes things will still go wrong and you'll take losses. Let me tell you a real story. I work in high-end furniture retail. One of my long-term suppliers, someone I trusted for over 10 years, didn't tell us his factory was in financial trouble. We paid in advance for a shipment and never got it. The factory filed for bankruptcy. We lost the money. And we weren't the only ones. Several other buyers got burned too. And that's just one example. There are also unreliable partners, unexpected crises, and moments when your entire investment vanishes overnight. Even Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, was betrayed by one of his early suppliers. Richard Branson had to fight a brutal legal war with British Airways just to save Virgin Atlantic. So, don't ask if you'll face tough situations. Ask when and how well you'll handle them. Sixth, you'll have to make tough decisions. Telling someone you are fired is something I personally hate to do, but some bosses seem to enjoy it. Letting go of an employee you cared about for years, ending a partnership, or even denying your accountant a well-earned vacation, none of it feels good, and not everyone can handle it. But if you want to succeed in business, it's inevitable. You'll have to learn how to do it. Seventh, you must be strong and resilient. A strong body keeps your mind strong. When you take care of your physical health through exercise, rest, and good nutrition, your mind becomes sharper, more disciplined, and ready to face the challenges of entrepreneurship. Business is not just a mental game, it's an endurance test. Eighth, you've got to stay curious and proactive. Even if you are not naturally like that, you'll need to get there. You have to stay aware of politics, financial trends, your markets, your competitors, your team, your partners, everything. And you've got to understand people, which means studying psychology, investing in personal growth, finding mentors, reading the right books, and surrounding yourself with smart, experienced voices. If you're not growing, your business isn't either. Ninth, I like it. You'll need to develop strong communication skills, especially if they don't come naturally to you. No business can succeed without ability to build solid relationships. If you are shy or introverted, you either need to team up with someone who does have those skills, or seriously rethink whether entrepreneurship is the right path for you. Networking, relationship building, and negotiation aren't optional. They are essential to any business. And finally, 10th principle, and my favorite one. You've got to look good and stay energized. Take care of your health, eat well, dress sharp, and radiate positivity and enthusiasm. Studies have shown that people who present themselves well have the real edge in social interactions. Simply put, if you are pleasant-looking, well-groomed, and full of good energy, people are more likely to want to work with you and for you. It makes hiring great people easier and encourages others to support your business goals. Your presence becomes a magnet, and that's powerful in any entrepreneurial journey. After all this, you still want to start a business? Starting a business, that's not the hard part. The real challenge is staying in the game and building something that lasts. You'll be in constant problem-solving mode. As your business grows, so do the problems, and not everyone can handle that kind of pressure. Everyone's path is different, but one thing is always true. If you've got more than just a dream, if you've got grit, courage, patience, leadership, and a creative mind, then you can take on anything you start. Many people imagine success as a life of wealth and the freedom to do whatever they want. Many young people dive into the world of entrepreneurship hoping to be happy and free. But you can also be happy and free as a good lawyer, doctor, financial advisor, or AI specialist. Everyone's path is different. Don't start your own business if you are filled with doubt. Entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. My advice? First, learn as much as you can about what it really means to be an entrepreneur. Read the stories of successful business people, people whose success inspires you or who you want to model yourself after. I highly recommend reading the story of Phil Knight, as told in his book Sure Dog. Also, check out Richard Branson's autobiography, Losing My Virginity, and the incredible journey of Howard Schultz, the man who, as CEO of Starbucks, unlocked new possibilities for the company and turned it into the most successful coffee chain in the world. History is full of stories about successful leaders who achieved remarkable success while working in major corporations. I admire Darren Smith, the former CEO of Kimberly-Clark Corporation. He was a humble lawyer when he first joined the company, and later he was invited to become its CEO. At the time, he lacked the professional experience typically required to run a large corporation. Yet he became a brilliant CEO who led Kimberly-Clark for 20 years, guiding it to the pinnacle of success, becoming a world leader in production of consumer paper goods. To me, he is a shining example of an outstanding leader and a truly great person. In one of my upcoming videos, I'll talk more about him, as he truly deserves the recognition. So, success is not just about having a lot of money, it's about living in harmony and finding satisfaction in fulfilling your purpose. Everyone has a choice to start their own business or not. According to recent statistics, only 30% to 50% of businesses survive their first 5 years, and even fewer make it past 10. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. Subscribe to my channel, there's so much more to come. Success in business doesn't depend only on your personal qualities, it also matters where you started it. So, after everything you've heard, you are ready to begin? I wish you the best of luck. I'll see you in the next video. With love, Victoria.